Hi everyone. Hello community. I hope you're all well. Stay safe and you enjoy yourself as much as possible. So today I found finally the opportunity and I'm in the mood to make a video in English because 2 weeks ago I made a video about the whole situation, but I was in Greek. So today I felt like spreading a message in English. So here we are. I would like to talk about the wonderful initiation that we receive due to this pandemic, due to this coronavirus. Um, as you all know, this is only the tip of the iceberg. This is the surface. And everybody now, we are so concerned, let's say, about finance and about what's next, how the world will be transformed after this deep crisis. But I would like to ask yourself, is it really like this? Because is it something that we haven't been anticipated, not in the in the form of a virus, of course, because we cannot predict in such accuracy what's going to happen, but is this really something that we didn't expect? Please ask yourself, because we are in the midst of a deep transformation. And I'm not talking only in a collective, on a collective level. I'm talking about the personal level, which is what interests me the most. We are the collective level. We are the virus. We are the stock market. We are the environment. We are everything. This is not something outside of us. This pandemia is showing us clearly that something is out of balance, not only on the collective level, but on the atomic level, and then even deeper on the very deeper level of each and every one of us. This is a time that we see more clearly parts of us coming on the surface, parts of us that are still victimized. We haven't shed light upon them. We didn't have the chance to set them free. How do we set them free? We just say, oh, get out of here. I don't want you. No, because this is exactly what we are not supposed to do. We're not supposed to deal with ourselves, with violence, with judgment. And yet, this is exactly what we do. We, we want to we want to cast a spell on everything that is not comfortable enough, pleasurable enough, pretty enough. And yet we have so many parts uncovered that come to the surface and they ask for our attention. So these are parts from our wounded child. These are parts of us that are victimized. It doesn't matter how we're gonna call them. No, this is not really the issue. We can call them also as parts of us that need to be integrated back to us, back to the source. So it doesn't really matter how we're gonna name them. But what matters the most, what's next? Because this is a beautiful opportunity. We spend so much time at home facing ourselves. For those of us who choose to deal in the crisis like this, of course, because we can choose also to hypnotize ourselves and watch television all day long, or just eat and put more food and more unnecessary things into the body, like alcohol, or more. We have the tendency now to also to cover the pain through small addictions. Well, forgive me because this is not the right word, but indeed it is a small, it's a tendency to cover, to shut down ourselves, to numb the pain that we feel, the anxiety that we feel. This is also a choice. So how am I choosing to address this crisis, this opportunity? Of course we don't like it. Why? What is here is nothing pretty here to like. But this is what life offers us. And the best thing we can do is to surrender into this stream of energy. And let's see where that will take us in the next weeks, months, or even years to follow. Yes, it's true that we see vivid dreams these weeks. It's true that it's uncomfortable. It is okay. It is okay to be uncomfortable. That's why I said, let us not stuff our body with things that we don't need. And we do it just in order to numb the pain and everything that is rising from the bottom to the surface. It is okay. It is okay to see the fears and these victimized parts. And it's okay not to know what to do. It's okay to feel anger, bitterness, to feel challenged, to feel not good enough. So we have a lot of self-worth issues coming up on the surface. Because we don't go to work, so there is nothing for us, there is no way for us to prove ourselves again, because we don't wear our pretty clothes. So yeah, there are a lot of self-worth issues coming on the surface. But this is, again, as I said before, this is okay. I invite each and every one of us to breathe into these emotions, to stay present with the body. Keep a journal. This is a very good idea. Not to write down, oh, this is what I did today and this is what I'm going to do tomorrow. No, keep a journal about the facts that challenge you. What really is there for you? How did you feel? How did this make you feel? It doesn't matter who or what. Be honest with yourself. It's okay to be honest. I know it's not what we would like. It's not the idea that we would like to have about ourselves. That is true. But this is there. And if we choose to address this, if we choose to shower this emotion with pure compassion and love, we are talking about true transformation. Sometimes it's so difficult to have compassion and true love for ourselves, for these parts of ourselves that are ugly, uncomfortable. I can't believe I'm this person. So in this time, I invite you just to breathe. Don't think about it, don't analyze it, don't expect anything, don't have any expectations. Don't hold judgment, don't have a judgment about it. Just be naked with this feeling, with no judgment. This is a raw moment, and it's okay to just breathe. Breathe into this feeling as deep as possible. If you want to quit, it's okay. If you want to come back on the breathing, come back. Just breathe. Of course, we have so many meditations that we can show, but the easiest meditation is to be present, is to stay present, mindful. How do I feel this moment? How do I feel this moment? And breathe into that. See yourself. Can you remember yourself as a little child? because I can. I see this beautiful, sweet girl that I was. I have this image when I was 5, 7, I don't remember, I don't know the age, but I see myself and have so much love about this girl. She had no idea what's coming up. She had no idea who she was. But she was so fragile, so sweet, as every single one of us. And this image of me holding me is so powerful. I invite you to give a big hug to your child, to the child that you are. Have you seen children? I don't know, maybe you have a child, but in case you don't, have you seen how they act? They just cry, they demand your attention. There is nothing logical about this behavior. And yet, this is so strong. They demand your presence. They want to feel your attention. And what they do, they just cry. And they don't get quiet unless we give them attention and we give them love and support. And the best way we give them love and support, the most immediate way, is to give them a hug, to hold them so tight and just be there for them, even for 2 minutes. That's enough sometimes. This is exactly what we need to do with our inner child in every day. This is the easiest visualization. This is the easiest and more direct way to make contact with our victimized part, with our inner child. Just visualize, close your eyes, and just hold your child. Please don't talk. Don't speak to it. Don't speak, don't say anything, because whatever we say, it comes from an adult point of view. This is the easiest way. And I think it's very easy for everyone to do it. Because we are challenged more than ever. This is the time to use the weapons, the tools that we learn. This is a sacred time for unity inside and outside. Unity. All the parts coming together. If you choose to see this crisis like this, can you imagine the transformation? Hold your inner child as tight as possible and breathe with dignity into every raw feeling that comes on the surface. There is no shame there. It's an illusion. The shame that we feel, the guilt, is just an illusion. Yeah, as you see, I'm also very moved from this moment. So, breathe. My dear ones, just breathe consciously. Take responsibility, take ownership of who you are. And allow the transformation to come into your life. This is the way to be a creator in this moment, because it is a moment of this is a zero moment. Zero means for me the void, this white area of waiting. We came from the world as we used to know it 2 weeks ago, a month, 2 months ago, and we are in this waiting room now, where we can visualize the next step, where we can be the creators that we can be. We owe it to ourselves. Use this time to integrate parts of yourself. Use this time to be with yourself. There's nothing more sacred than be with yourself and accept all of who you are, really all of who you are. Gradually you will see that you will be more able to drop the blame. The child blames, you see. The more attention you give to your inner child, the more you, the adult, we have less need to drop the blame. There's nothing to blame. There's nothing and no one to blame. We need to change. I need to change towards a situation. Sometimes the situation will remain the same, no matter what I do. Don't you think I've tried everything? Of course I did. But sometimes this is exactly what I'm supposed to learn. I'm supposed to learn that I need to change. I need to change. I need to change the point of view. I need to change the receivers. My false belief systems. The way I deal with the world. Use this time wisely. Stay focused with yourself. Feel. Feel. Feel into your needs and breathe into them. Breathe into who you are. I send you big love, courage, and we will be in touch. Stay safe, my friends.